Hello friends, I Kruti J. Pancholi, Assistant Professor in LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in Department of Electronics and Communication. This video is about microwave engineering. From this video, you will learn about Smith chart, graphical approach to the transmission line. Now, many of the computations that always required to solve transmission line problems and that also involving the use of the very complicated equations. Now, this kind of the equations are very difficult to solve and that required the accurate manipulation for the certain equations. So always we need some method. So we need a graphical method that will be it can be used to solve the problems related to the transmission line. So a number of impedance chart that have been designed to facilitate such kind of the graphics. Then basically all the charts that can be required in the microwave, okay, and that can be developed and which can give us the answer of all the equations very well. So our objectives, that is the impedance transformation, that is from the complex impedance plane to the complex reflection plane, representing the constant resistance and constant reactance circles on complex gamma plane, that are the reflection coefficient plane. Smith chart. It's an orthogonal impedance coordinate system on complex gamma plane. It's a reflection coefficient plane. Transmission line analysis. One way we can solve the equations which we have derived earlier of the transmission line equation. Based on those equations, we are able to find out what is the propagation constant, what is the attenuation constant, what is the phase constant, what is the input impedance, what is the admittance, resistance, each and every parameter using the equations that we can find out. But it is very cumbersome to remember all those equations. Graphical approach, that is the Smith chart. So in the Viva it may ask that how can you find out the solution of the transmission line? That is by using the analytical approach, or you can go for the graphical approach. Now what are the advantages of the graphical method? In the exam the questions can be asked what is the Smith chart and what are the disadvantage and the advantage of a graphical method. So graphical method having the more advantages compared to the disadvantages. So it is the image has much longer lasting impression than an equation or the text. It's simpler as compared to analytical approach, as the calculations can be reduced by significant amount. Compact way of representing the impedance characteristics of the transmission line. So these three are the various advantages. Another advantages of the Smith chart that are it is a very easy to plot and solve the examples within a few minutes while you go for the project, okay, for the implementation of the transmission line. So in that using the software also the impedance matching we can do, and we can transfer the more power from the from the source to load. So we know that always we are at the source end, fine, and the destination end or the load end, that is at the very far place. So it is at the very far place, so all the calculations scientist has to do from the source end only. So we should have the some software, we should have the some basic method which can give us the accurate answers of that. So this is again the one solution, very good solution for the transmission line. So who has developed this smart transmission? Who has developed this Smith chart? So Smith chart was developed in the year 1939 by the P. Smith at the Bell Telephone Laboratories, USA. The Smith chart has been introduced to reduce the tedious manipulations involved in calculating the characteristics of a transmission line. So you can reduce the manipulations while it is included in the characteristics of the transmission line. Graphical approach, that means solving the impedance characteristics of the transmission line. This approach doesn't give you the voltage or the current solutions. So you know that in the transmission line equation we have found out the value of the voltage and the current. Over here, using the Smith chart, you can have the answer that is in terms of the impedance, admittance, resistance, everything that we can find it out. So it only gives the representation of impedance on the transmission line and the standing wave characteristics. So these two things you can always get by using the transmission Smith chart. Okay, so impedance on the transmission line means if you want to match the impedance between the source and the load, okay, then you can find out the impedance value, what could be the matched impedance value, okay, so that the maximum power can transfer. So Smith chart can help us to do all these things. Standing wave characteristics. What does the meaning of a standing wave? The standing wave pattern when we are getting when the impedance matching would not occur. Okay, when if the source impedance and the load impedance won't match, then the reflection would occur, and amount of that reflection that produces the standing wave. Okay, and we know that we can find out the standing wave characteristics from that standing waves or from the reflection. So it is about again the how can it helpful to us. Another thing that is the parameters on the Smith chart. So parameters on the Smith chart include the following. One is reflection coefficient magnitude. Reflection coefficient magnitude, right? That is the rho. We can say the reflection coefficient phase angle theta r, line characteristics between two locations on the line. You can find out the VSWR, input impedance, Zin, location of the V maximum, V minimum, D maximum and the D minimum. The principle. The basic idea is to take the impedance that is normalized to characteristics impedance and do transformation of this impedance into the complex reflection coefficient plane or the reflection plane. So impedance plane, that is the Z plane. Reflection coefficient plane, that is the rho plane. Okay, so this is the diagram of what? It's a Smith chart. Okay, here you can see that the two different curves that are shown to us. Okay, so this is the circle, okay, for the SWR, okay, reactance circle, okay, and the resistance circle. So impedance plane, reflection plane, okay, and what is the reflection coefficient? This we will calculate in the another video about what is the reflection coefficient, Z minus Z0 upon Z plus Z0. Sometimes people are writing the rho is equal to ZL minus Z0 upon ZL plus Z0, where Z is the R plus JX. we know that the normalized impedance can be written as, now whenever we are plotting the impedance onto the Smith chart, so we are not plotting the impedance value directly which is given to us, but what we need to do, we need to normalize that value of the impedance. So my impedance value, that is the Z, fine, but the Z0 is what, that's the characteristics impedance, and it is what, it is Z bar is my normalized impedance. So while you are solving the problems related to the impedance matching using the Smith chart, the first step we need to perform, that is, whatever the impedance values given to us, first of all convert them into the normalized value. So normalized value is Z bar is equal to Z upon Z0, and this impedance is what? So that is impedance consists of the resistance and the reactance. So R plus JX. So impedance in the transmission lines are always normalized to characteristics impedance of the line. Okay. So next, that is for the passive load, R value that is greater or equal than 0, and X value, okay, that is the infinitive and between the minus, okay, so minus infinitive to infinitive. Any passive impedance that is equal to R plus JX or the R minus JX. Resistive part, okay, real and positive, reactive part positive and negative. A passive load can be denoted by a point in the right right half of the complex Z.
Now we are going to find out the equation for the resistance and the reactance circle available onto the Smith chart. First of all, we know the equation for the reflection coefficient. It is the rho L equal to ZL minus Z0 upon ZL plus Z0. Therefore, we can rewrite the equation of the ZL. It is equal to Z0 in bracket 1 plus rho upon 1 minus rho. Here I am assuming the rho L is equal to rho. Now, as I said earlier, we need to plot the value of the impedance onto the Smith chart. So we need to normalize the impedance. How do we normalize? By dividing the characteristics impedance to the load impedance, we can have the normalized impedance. So now here in this, we will divide it by the 0. So we have the next equation, that is the Z is equal to ZL upon Z0. This Z is the normalized value of the impedance. So as I know again that ZL by Z0 is equal to 1 plus rho upon 1 minus rho, and from that I can find it out that the Z is equal to, here ZL plus Z0 is Z. So Z is equal to 1 plus rho upon 1 minus rho. So using this relationship we can also find out what is the rho. Rho is equal to Z minus 1 upon Z plus 1. Rho consists of the two elements, that is the one is the imaginary part and another one is the real part. So the impedance Z is equal to R plus JX, resistive, reactive. It is equal to 1 plus rho upon 1 minus rho. Rho real plus J rho imaginary. So now putting the value of this inside the equation, so it is equal to, instead of the rho I am writing rho real plus J rho imaginary. So it is 1 plus rho real plus J rho imaginary. The denominator is rho. What is rho? Rho real plus J rho imaginary. So 1 minus rho real minus J rho imaginary. Now what we are doing? We are multiplying and divide it by the 1 minus rho real plus j rho imaginary. So it would be a minus b, a plus b. So multiplication of this, and it is the a square minus b square. So we can write the equation 1 minus rho real plus j rho imaginary, 1 minus the rho real plus divided by 1 minus rho real square, a square minus j square rho imaginary square. What is a j square? J square is 1. J square is equal to minus 1. So we are putting the minus 1 over here, minus minus plus. Now by solving it, mean multiplying the two brackets, we can have the answer. It is the 1 minus rho square real minus rho square imaginary plus 2j rho imaginary upon 1 minus rho real square plus j rho imaginary square. Separating out real and the imaginary part and equating them with the real part, that is the R resistive, and the imaginary part, that is the reactive, that is the X. So by comparing it with the R plus JX, R value is the real and J value, that is the imaginary part. So I am comparing it, and it gives me the answer. R is equal to 1 minus rho square R real minus rho square imaginary, rho real square plus rho imaginary square, and my X is equal to 2 rho imaginary upon 1 minus rho real square plus rho imaginary square. So this way we can find out the R and X, which defines the two family of a circle. One family, that is what? So that is the resistance, and another one, that is the reflection coefficient. So here you have the circles that are the constant resistance circle, and we can have also the reactance, okay, and in the Smith chart you can see it like this, that is the reactance circle. So this way the Smith chart that can be made up by using the two different value. So this way we can plot the value of all onto the Smith chart. So in the next video we will see more about the Smith chart. So thank you very much everyone.